Greetings, Gray Mates. So this is not a vlog. I had a regular vlog that was gonna go up, but my spirit just said otherwise. And so what spirit says, I do. I came across this post on Instagram and my friend Shauna posted it, and it just hit me. It hit me in a way that a lot of these posts just don't or haven't. And it's not that I'm not motivated and appreciative of a lot of the motivational posts that I see that come across my page on Instagram or on Facebook. It's just that I've been getting this sense that people become addicted to posting motivational posts, but not living what's in that post for themselves. Does that make sense? So in saying that, I want to share this with you because it touched me so deeply. But I wanted to kind of give the disclaimer that I didn't want it to just be more words that you guys hear from me or anybody else. And this is actually just a reminder. This is your reminder. You have survived every difficult day and every loss up until this point in your life. You have survived every hardship you thought was hindering you. You have healed every heartbreak, even when you did not think you were healing, even when your faith was hard to find. I can relate to that. Nothing that tried to weather you was ever the end of you. You always moved forward. You always picked up the pieces and rebuilt yourself. You turned your losses into lessons. You saved yourself time and time again. Please just remind yourself of your most discouraging moments, of the wounds you thought would never mend, of the voids you thought you would never fill, and look at how you endured. Look at how you recovered. And while life is always going to be a balancing act, we know that, between what is haunted and what is hopeful within you, while life will sometimes be difficult and gritty and messy all over, if your past has taught you anything, I hope it has shown you that you are stronger than what is trying to break you right now. Life will never defeat you. You have always fought your way out of the dark, and you always will. You always will. Those words were written by Bianca Sparacino, and that just touched me in a way that I was so grateful for, because as we go through this life, we have our ups and downs, we have our triumphs, we have our victories, we have our failures. And if we're not careful, we can be our biggest enemy. We can be our biggest critic. A lot of times we'll talk about what other people are doing to us or what we've allowed other people to do, but seldomly do we really have an honest conversation with ourselves and ask ourselves about being our own enemy, being our own critic and our harshest critic. I'm guilty. You know, it's something that I have to remind myself of all the time, that you're doing a great job. You're doing your best. And if I'm not doing my best, I'm doing better, you know, or that I can be better, that I can choose better. So I guess I'm just led right now to encourage you guys to go easy on yourself in the areas that you need grace in, and go hard on yourselves in the area that you need correction. But in all of it, to kind of pat yourself on the back and say, through it all, I'm still here. You guys have heard me say that before. That is my motivation that kept me through all of my hardest times was that I was still here. And even though I'm still a work in progress and there's things that I still want to do and to achieve, and areas in my self that I need to improve in and on, I haven't done too bad. So let's just be easy on ourselves. Let's go past just listening to a motivation, but actually put it into action, because without the action, it's dead. Sometimes you'll see things about living your best life and I don't know, all the other catchphrases that are out there, and people post those things because I think it's just easier to post them and pretend as though that's your life versus actually living, breathing those things. I'm not a cynic. I just want better for my brothers and sisters out there. Sure, take these words, take my words or anybody else's words that may connect with you, and use that to motivate you, but don't become addicted to motivational words. When I look here, I know that I'm looking here with who's ever on the other side of this right now. And so I don't take that lightly. And I don't take it for granted that anything that I may have said along the way has somehow inspired somebody to be different. But in saying that, I want to be careful. I want you guys to be careful that you don't become complacent. I'm praying that my words do more than just speak to you at that moment. I'm really praying that it just doesn't become another thing that you put in your pocket and you collect, but there's no action behind it. Because I feel that we have given ourselves permission to get stuck in this social media facade of living your best life. But when you take down that veil, what I'm gathering is that those things are not truth. So what I mean by that is we like to post motivational things. I watch people and they post motivation after motivation after motivation, which is wonderful. The problem with that is I then say, is that a cop-out? Is that a way to appear as though you yourself are motivated or you yourself are doing these things when you're actually not? Because it's too painful to remove that veil and say, I'm actually not living my best life at all. I'm actually hurting. I'm discouraged. I'm confused. I'm in pain. That's hard. That's hard to say. That's hard to admit. So what's easier is posting the illusion that we're doing these things. What's easier is to post these incredible sayings that are meant to help us think differently, but then we just get addicted to posting. We really don't really try to change anything about ourselves or anything about what we're doing to make those words really jump off of the page and hold true for us. Because it's easy to say amen, amen, and oh, that really touched me. And then what? If there's no change, then it was in vain. And I don't want my time with you guys, I don't want your time that you are so gracious in giving to me and watching these videos to be in vain. No matter what someone else is telling you, no matter what you've been telling yourself, that you'll love yourself enough and believe in yourself enough to do that thing that you've been wanting to do, or to let go of that thing that you've been wanting to let go of, to believing in yourself and your abilities enough to do that you will be fine. You'll be fine. It doesn't mean that things will not get rough or tough and that you'll question yourself constantly. But if you keep going you'll be fine. If you're looking for a reason to not start something or not do something or not leave something alone, you'll find it. Excuses are soul crushers. They are life crushers. We have to get rid of the excuses, or at least push ourselves through them so that we can get to this other side of whatever it is we're trying to get to. Maybe you're not where you need to be financially. Maybe you're not where you need to be in your physical appearance, or you don't have the right equipment, or you don't have the support. Whatever it is that's holding you back from doing what you're supposed to do, it's going to always be something. Yes, we can prepare, but then at some point you have to just go ahead and do it. You have to remind yourself that you have everything you need right now. And when the time comes, when the time comes to add more, then you'll do that. But you have to start and let go of giving yourself this false reassurance that you're doing something because you've posted something that gives the appearance that you are doing it. So I hope that this message resonates with you. I hope that it's clear in what I'm trying to communicate. And so, like family, we have to lift each other up. We have to correct each other. We have to support and encourage each other. So I hope that this encourages you guys. So as always, you guys, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please leave your comments below. What is it that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done for whatever reason? What do you think is holding you back? So be kind, and I'll see you on the next. Bye, guys.
Watch out for me, just when you're moving over them, I try to say